Hey everybody, it's Angie Atkinson. How are you? Before I get started, let me just remind you that on this channel I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse. And today I am here to give you guys a little Q&A. So, hey there, Tabble Rip Rap Top, Rip Tap Top. That's a great name. Hello there, Connie. Hello there, Galia. How's everybody doing? Hello, Danielle. Thank you. She says, I love your videos. I'm currently recovering. Hey, Sarah Flara. Oh, Tabby. I see it now, Tabby. Oh, I'm trying to read on a little tiny screen, y'all. I'll give you a break. I'm just playing. Okay, so how's everybody doing? Hey there, Nicole. Hey there, DJ J Love. Cool name. Hi, Angie. You've been a tremendous help for me. Thank you, DJ. Sarah Flara says, I like your nails. Thank you. Did them myself. What's up? Hey, Narvinder. Hey, Cindy from Louisiana. Hey, Miss Nunu. She says, I love you. Oh, Miss Nunu. Cute name. I love you. You're a blessing. Hey, Kevin. How you doing? Kevin Thomas. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's well today. I hope you guys can hear me. I see that I said my phone's telling me I have a poor connection. I tried to go through my PC, but it wouldn't work again. That's probably... Hey, Christina. Hey, Angie L. How you doing? She says, hey, Angie. Recovery going full steam ahead. Yay. Sabrina Gilliam says, I love you, Angie. Love you right back, girl. Danielle Nepanak says, good. Right on. She's doing good. I'm doing good, too. Aldaria. What's up, Aldaria? Great name. Hey, from Australia. Amelia says, hey, nice to see you again. Nice to see you again, too, my love. How are you? I hope everybody's doing great today. So I know that, okay, somebody's telling me in this other chat. I don't know if they're seeing me in the other chat or not. Okay. Christina Figueroa says, hello. Thank you for all your help. Love you. Love you back. Okay. Connie, I'm going to go ahead and jump right on in here. Okay. Connie says, how long does trauma bonding generally last? 20-year marriage, 3 years divorce. Connie, honestly, it all has to do with how soon you figure it out and how quickly you work to heal it. It's a process. But once you know about it, you know, I always say discover, understand, and overcome, right? As soon as you learn that you have an issue like trauma bonding, you can then take that and take it to the next level. And you can give yourself the ability to heal faster by learning more about it and understanding what you need to do to change it. I hope that's helpful. It's a process. So if you've just learned about it, Connie, I mean, 20-year marriage, long time. 3 years divorced, it's time for you to start moving toward healing. You shouldn't be torturing yourself any more than you already are, my friend. I know it sucks, but what has happened is, you know, because of the divorce, because of the marriage itself, you've been put in a really difficult spot. Your whole life has changed, and it has a lot to do with all of that. So you have to intentionally change your thoughts. Start there. If you'd like, I'll do another video on trauma bonding. Just let me know. Christina says, thank you for all of your help. Love you back. I already told you that. Okay. Oh, Danielle Nebnak says, thank you for pronouncing my last name right. Well, that was luck because I'm bad at names. All right. And Ms. Nunu says, I'm preparing my escape from a covert narcissist. Good luck, girl. You can do it. Michelle, hey, Michelle, how you doing? Malta, hey, Malta. How you doing? It's good to see you. Good afternoon, my friend. Nicole Hunter says, I have to tune into your online... I have to tune in. You're my online therapist from my narc. I'm 1 month, 3 days in recovery. I'm doing okay. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Nicole, I know it's hard, but it's so worth it. So worth it. I know sometimes it feels like it's not a good thing when you lose your narcissist, but I know, Malta. I know that one. The thumbs up with the Y. I get that. Nicole, it's something that it's a process. And so I know it's not perfect every day. I know it doesn't always feel good to you, but I promise you it's a better deal than the possibility of staying. Because if you stayed, you'd never get better. All right. Connie says, I had no clue about narcissists. I'm so grateful for this type of help. Thank you, Connie. And yes, I will absolutely do another video on trauma bonding. Stay tuned, my love. Subscribe if you haven't yet. All right. Mads Ray, what up, Mads? Says, hi, Angie. What if I see my narcissist at graduation coming up? Do I flat out ignore her? If she sees me, she's going to try to suck me back in, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I assume because she was cut off. Okay, Mads, it's a hard one. I would avoid the narcissist at graduation. I don't want your graduation to be ruined. But if you are forced into a situation where you have to say something to her, make it as quick and short and polite as you can and step away as quickly as possible. If possible, have someone with you, kind of have your back in that situation, so that if you're in a situation where she corners you, somebody can maybe come and pull you away and rescue you. Flat out ignore her if possible. If not, take it, just step away as quickly as you can, and whatever you do, don't let her ruin that really special day for you. Graduation's a big deal and you should enjoy it. Okay? All right. Muffy Lewandowski. Hey girl, hey. She says, "You are amazing, my sister. Thank you, God bless." Back at you, Muffy. Cute name, I like it. Stargirl says, "Hey, my ex-narcissist sent me a message 2 days ago threatening to publish a video he took of me 3 years ago without my consent. What should I do? This video is of me losing my cool with him." Ooh, how frustrating. Okay. I don't know what he's threatening to do. I mean, like what he wants from you. But if there's something that he wants from you that, blackmail is not, you should never entertain that. I think that there are legal limits here. So you may want to talk to your local authorities to find out if there are any legal actions you can take. But I would not respond to the threats, because when you respond to the threats, it's going to get worse. The video of you losing your cool with him, look, I know it probably sucks, but it could be worse. It could be like a situation where you're dealing with a sex tape. So if you lose your cool with him, and I'm sure it's not flattering, but if he would happen to put the video out, then you would just have to explain to anyone that you care about what it's about, and then you would have to step away emotionally from it. Block him on all of your social media accounts. Don't let him have the ability to tag you, and basically don't respond to that threat. He's just trying to rile you up and upset you. So that's what I would say about that. All right. Nicole Hunter to Ms. New says, "You can do it, and it might be hard, and you will miss the relationship, but it's the best. I'm 1 month out. I'm healing and learning to see and love myself to love and see myself as beautiful. You will get there." Yes, I totally agree, Nicole. Thank you so much for supporting our fellow survivor. You know I love that. Hey, Giovanna. How you doing, honey? Galia. Hey, Galia. Angie, do you think we keep attracting new narcissists if we don't heal the wounds? Yes, absolutely, 100%. That's why. Oh, there you go, Malta. I gotcha. Malta. Anyway, Galia, yes, I think we definitely keep attracting new narcissists if we don't heal the wounds. That's why I'm so pro fix yourself before, or heal yourself before you consider moving forward. I always tell everybody, especially if you've been in a marriage with a narcissist, you should wait at least a year before you start getting involved with someone else. And even then, make sure you're fully healed. There's nothing wrong with being by yourself while you heal, at least on a romantic level. If you're dealing with a parent narcissist or a family narcissist, a friend narcissist, it can still mess with your head, but maybe not as much romantically. All right. But even then, let's be honest, it does, because the way that our narcissist taught us to behave, when we were children, if they were our parents, was to bow down to a narcissist, to serve a narcissist. And so if you get into a relationship with someone who's a narcissist, which unfortunately, when you have narcissistic parents, a lot of, I would say 98% of the time, you're either going to come out as a narcissist or an empath. So in that case, assuming you're sitting here talking with me, I'm assuming that you all are empaths, okay? But if you were, so in that situation, you have to heal your childhood wounds as well. I'm not saying that every single person who is involved with a narcissist had narcissistic parents, but I am saying that up to a point, it's a pretty safe bet that you either had a narcissistic parent, or you had a neglectful parent, or you were in a situation where someone else in your life, a bully at school maybe, treated you in such a way that you were profoundly affected. So something to consider. All right. Cindy Minton says, "Please do another on trauma bonding or breakup distress." Yes, ma'am. You can count on it. It's coming. Giovanna says, "My first time being in here." Oh, I love that, Giovanna. I love the being part. That's really good. I always watch your videos and I love them. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really do. And I'm so happy that they're helpful for you. Hey, Nita, how you doing? Hey, Nita. She says, I sent you a Facebook message. I hope you see it. Hope you have a great week. Okay, Nita, I will go look for it. I get really overwhelmed with messages sometimes on Facebook because I'm pretty open with, my personal profile. I share with, a lot of my YouTube people, and I get a lot of messages. So Ms. New says, thank you, Nicole. I'm ready to live again. I love it. Yes, I do. Nicole says, at Stargirl, please don't give him the satisfaction. Agreed. Connie says, yep, subscribe the first day. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. Michelle Beckstead says, I'm trying to do this for the first time. I'm just learning what has been wrong with me. Please. Oh, wait. She says, what has been wrong with me? Need so much help soon. I feel you, Michelle. If you're going through this right now, watch my videos. Obviously, you're here. That's a great thing. I do offer coaching. We have the university program for people who are going through recovery. Lots of different things. Go check out my profile and all the links on there. Also, queenbeing.com, my website. That's queenbeing, BEEING.com. Has tons and tons of free resources there for you. Okay. Christina Figueroa. Did I say it right, Christina? I always probably say it wrong. I'm sorry. Are narcissists usually mama's boys? Not always, but there are some male narcissists who are mama's boys. And sometimes their mama is the narcissist as well. So, but then in some cases, mama is the enabler and daddy was the narcissist. So I think it just depends on the situation. I don't think they're always, I can't even say usually necessarily, but I can say that I have seen that frequently. Michelle says she's been out of her relationship 5 days. Oh, honey, I know that hurts. I know it does, but you know what? It's going to get better. Just like Nicole there said, congratulations, because it's going to get better one day at a time. That's really great stuff. Nicole, thank you for that as well, because she's right. All right. Now, Sabrina says, hey, Sabrina again. Recent end to my relationship with my narcissist. He wants to keep in contact with my son, not his child. Is this a hoovering technique? He has my son fooled, and he's 5 years old and looking to keep contact. It's going to be hard for you, but you need to stop it. Stop. Don't let him see your son. He's definitely hoovering. He's trying to suck you back in. And I'm sorry, I don't know how long you guys were together, but I know that when you're dealing with a child's emotions, you don't play with that. So Sabrina, just end it. It's going to be better to end it quickly and painlessly now than it will be to have to go forward and deal with this in 10 years or 5 years or 2 years. Because the more attached he becomes, the more difficult it's going to be. If you pull him apart now, it's going to hurt a little bit, but just rip it off like a Band-Aid, because you're going to do your son a huge favor as you move forward. So, my thoughts. Andrea Schaefer, my ex-narcissist called, wanted to pay me for sex. What an asshole. I hope you said no, girl. I'm sure you did, because the way you put it to me here. But yeah, see, that is an example of how narcissists think that we are objects. He's going to pay you for sex like you're some prostitute. I mean, it's offensive. It's offensive, and I'm sorry that you had to experience that. You're worth much more than that. I already know, and I don't even know you personally, but I promise you, that was just disrespect. That was just not acceptable. You're not a prostitute, and he shouldn't have treated you like one. All right. Muffy Lewandowski says, hey, Muffy, where can I go for anonymous questions? Well, if you want to speak to me personally, you can go to my coaching site, or you can just go to queenbeing.com and sign up for a session. You can also join the university, and you can have anonymous or private contact through that program as well. There's a private email system and all kinds of stuff like that. Okay, Little Miss. How is he releasing it to? Who is he releasing it to? Oh, the pictures. Yeah, I want to know who the pictures are being released to as well. Okay, Christina says, mine is not 100%. If my other, hers is a mama's boy. If my other ex is also a narcissist and he's a mama's boy. I got you. Yeah, it is common. It is. Hey, Nicola Owen. She says, hi, Angie, you beautiful lady. Hey. Been almost a year from my ex-narcissist. His next relationship lasted 2 months. Now he is typing all over a mutual friend's Facebook page. Hoover, I need to stop snooping. You said it, girl. You need to stop snooping. It's not worth your energy, and I totally understand why you're looking, because I would do the same thing. I'm not, we're human, we look. But if you're, I have one client whom I'm actually supposed to speak to tonight, who tells me that she waits until right before a session to check her ex's Instagram, because if she didn't, she would stress about it all week. But this way she could check it right before she talks to me so she can, get through it a little easier. So I don't know. But yeah, definitely stop snooping. It's just it keeps re-injuring you. Every time you look at his stuff, it's going to re-injure you. The typing all over a mutual friend's Facebook page, I don't know if it's because, I don't know who the friend is. I don't know if it's a female and he's trying to make you feel jealous, or if it's a male and he's just trying to get your attention. But yeah, I would say there's a hoovering possibility there for sure. Ms. New says, I told him I'm leaving 3 weeks ago and he pretends I never said anything. He talks about everything but our real issues at hand, and he just talks about any and everything to distract me. He is so draining. Yeah, sure, because he doesn't want you to leave him. He wants you to stay around for good supply. So you have to do what is right for yourself in this situation, Ms. New. And I think that you're doing that. So I'm proud of you. He's going to make it hard for you to, you're not going to get closure is what it comes down to. I hate to say that, but that's how narcissists roll. They leave you in such a way that it will not help you with closure. Okay? He's draining. Yes, he is. You have to start gray rocking him and stop allowing him to directly affect you. Okay? Daniel Nepanek says, Nepanek says, Angie, what is your view on medical cannabis for treating PTSD? I'm struggling with PTSD from my ex-narcissist, and I find it is helping a lot with panic attacks and disassociating. Danielle, I think it's a great treatment. It's from the earth, and it's quite honestly proven to be less harmful to our bodies than many prescription drugs, as well as alcohol. There are no cases of people going crazy and killing people when they've been on marijuana. There are children who are using marijuana for successfully in different forms for cancer treatment or cancer pain, and even treating certain types of disabilities. And did you guys hear about the Parkinson's thing? There's a video somewhere, you guys can Google it, of a man, and he says, I've got Parkinson's, and he's shaking. And you know the tremor of Parkinson's disease, and he's showing us his tremors, and then he says, I'll be right back, and he pauses the video and he goes and ingests marijuana, and then he comes back on video just moments later, and the tremor is nearly gone. It is a beautiful thing. I think marijuana on a medical level is very good. Yes. Okay. Christina says, good point, Malta. Indeed. Angela Verna, hello, Angela, says, Angie, I love your channel. Back, thank you. I appreciate that. And cool name and whatnot. Tabby says, I can't thank you enough. You've been my strength. I'm finally getting my life back. I'm getting my license again on Thursday, and I'm losing weight, and I'm taking care of me. Tabby, that is beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. I really appreciate it. I love stories like this. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for telling me. All right. Michelle Beckstead says, what can I do as the daughter if my mother, the narcissist in my life, who has without a doubt ruined me, my life, my children? Woo-wee. I know all about this. Okay. If you are able to go no contact, as in you don't have any financial connection to your mother and she doesn't have any legal hold over you in any way, then you, my friend, can go no contact. It does not give you closure. It does not fix the problem, but what it does is it gives you peace. And it gives, and the further away that you pull yourself, the more you realize all the things in your head that are not what you thought they were. I know when I went through it, I thought a lot of things. Here, I'm going to tell you a quick story. So when I was 25, 26, something like that. No, I'm lying, 35. Because it was around then that I started to go no contact. At 35, I was at the grocery store one day and I heard this woman at the counter say to me, well, here's your groceries, hon, la la la. And she was just being polite or whatever. And I thought back and I instantly, when she said, here's your groceries, hon, I was bristling. And I thought, why am I feeling so annoyed by this sweet old lady calling me hun? Well, it was because when I was 10 years old, my mother told me that she didn't like it when people called her honey or sweetie or baby or whatever, because she felt like that was minimizing her as a person. And then she kind of drilled that into my head. And so without even realizing it, I had picked up a perception that I didn't personally actually have, because it turns out I don't care if you call me baby or sweetie or honey, just call me, okay? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it's an interesting thing. I went through about a year of constantly questioning what I believed and reevaluating it, and it was actually therapeutic, and it helped me quite a lot. So Michelle, I would suggest considering going no contact. Little Miss says to Ms. No, that is why we aren't supposed to tell them we are leaving. They should only know once you're gone and in a safe place. Ideally, yeah, obviously. But, as empaths, we have this need to make them understand. What we struggle to believe and understand is that no matter how much we talk, no matter what we say, it doesn't help. They don't ever get it because they don't want to. They would have to intentionally desire a change in order for one to happen. All right. Giovanna says, I was in a relationship for 3 years. He broke up with me, telling me that he was not ready for marriage. Then after a month, after he was dating someone else, and in 6 months, he got engaged with her. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, that's how they roll. That's how they roll. And, I would be interested to know if he ever married her, because I bet you he might not. Or maybe he will. They do sometimes narcissists have agendas that we can't always understand, but inevitably they're meant to manipulate someone in the mix. Okay. And what it all comes down to is whatever they want. So Elise says, hi, Angie, can you make more videos about dating after narcissistic abuse? Absolutely. Stay tuned, love. I'll definitely do that. Donna from Jersey. Hey, Donna. Hey. All right. Galia says, yeah, it's my mom. I hear you. Been there. Giovanna says, I'm sure he is a narcissist. He thinks only about him. Well, that is definitely an indication. And if he has no concern for anyone else's feelings and acts that way and treats people like they're objects and they don't matter, probably a narcissist. Yeah, at least people that are close to him. He might act like he cares about people who don't really matter in his life. Galia says, I'm a healer and an empath. Yes, I thought you might be, love. Angie L. Hey, Angie L. says, upon more discovery, I learned about polyamorous relationships, and I believe my ex thought he was in love with 2 separate people at the same time. I also believe his mom eroded his manhood. Are polyamorous people asexual? If you mean, okay, the way that I understand the term asexual is that they don't have sex with anyone. They're sexual only to themselves. Are polyamorous people asexual? I don't think so. I think they're like pansexual. I think it's sometimes. I think they, love more than one person. I'm not going to put any judgments out here on this. It's not for me. But I know some people are successful in polyamorous relationships. I think there have to be a lot of rules involved. But I don't know if people in... I would think that someone in polyamorous relationships would be the opposite of asexual. But I could be wrong. Okay, Ms. Nunu says, I have been dealing with a lot of anxiety, but gray rocking is helping me a lot. I go in and out of it, though, because he demands so much attention. It's like being with a big kid. It's all about him. Oh, yeah. That's how they roll, sweetie. They always want all the attention. They cannot stand to see someone else's. Hey, Barb. Hey, Barb. She says, great job as always. Hugs. Thank you. Yes, Ms. No. That is common. That is common. They want attention all the time. And if they don't get it, as you know, they act like little babies. That's a nice way to put it. All right. Attica Carmen Happy says, hey from New Zealand, love your videos. Thank you. Frankie Rose says, hey Angie. Hey Frankie. Hi Angie. Ex-narc went public with new victim and it was like a kick in my teeth because she ran in our same circle. Ooh, I know that's hard. Oh, and she's 15 years younger. I got so depressed. Why I don't want him back. Well, I'm glad you don't want him back because you're obviously too good for him. My guess in this case is, I would feel the same way you feel. I think anyone would. I think that it's a horrible thing to experience. And I know as a woman who is not, 10 anymore, 15, 20, I mean, I'm not young either. And I know that, I would be devastated in that situation, especially if she were that much younger and he paraded it around our social circles. I think that if I were you, I'd step back a little bit. I'm glad you don't want him back. Why did he do it? Because he doesn't care about what anybody feels but himself, That's why. But in a way, you could consider this a blessing in disguise, because now you don't have to deal with him every day anymore, and you can let that 15-year younger person, you know, do whatever she's going to do. I'm sure she's not going to be happy, though, is the thing. It doesn't ever work out that way for her, for the new supply. So, Cindy Minton. I'm having a very hard time staying away from my ex, but I'm not 100% sure my ex-husband is a narcissist. I know he has traits. I still care and feel drawn to him still. Yeah, I totally get it. And you're gonna feel drawn and you're gonna care. It's just your nature. You're probably an empath, I'm guessing. You love hard, right? Of course you feel drawn to him. You spent time with him, being married to him. I don't know if you guys have kids together, but that also may up the ante for you. Unfortunately, I think you have to consider this as, you have to remember that we become physically addicted to these people in the same way that we become addicted to drugs like cocaine. Okay? The same part of our brain that deals with cocaine addiction is the same part of our brain that feels addicted to the narcissist. So you are literally addicted like a drug. When you consider that, you can consider a 12-step type program, and you can consider the same type of resistance practice, right? So one day at a time, honey, 1 minute at a time if you have to. Just stay away for your own sake. It will save your life in the long run, at least emotionally speaking. Michelle said, thank you so much. You're welcome, sweetie. Galia says, Angie, do you think these attacks by narcissists have anything to do with the end of days? I believe Jesus is coming back very soon, and it's connected. I don't know what to say about that. I have opinions, and I don't think they're relevant here. But I could see how you might think that could be indicative of something like that. I have different beliefs. I don't know what I think about that. So I have to think about that. And Galia, I'll think about it, and I might make a video on it for you, okay? Stay tuned. I did make a video about demons, and you guys did convince me that demons in a certain sense could exist inside of narcissists. So I'll tell you that much. And you can check that out on my channel. I'll try to link to it when I come back through and update this video. All right? Mads Ray said, what's the female narcissist response to being blocked? Usually victim playing. Usually they will smear campaign you and tell everybody how horrible you are and how you've abused them or ruined them or whatever. But your response has to be watch this. Nothing. Gray rock. That's it. Gray rock. You have to not care about their response. You just have to be prepared for it. Okay? Andrea Schaefer says 400 LOL. I can't remember what you're responding to, but what's up? I'll try to remember. Island J. Hey, Island J says, after going no contact with my narcissist friend, after a formal breakup speech, I was called cold and told that I used them. I'm afraid to participate in things like this because I have a feeling they may be stalking. I totally get it. And you know what? Narcissist friends are almost worse in some ways than narcissist spouses or parents, but especially spouses. Because the thing about friends is, you shouldn't have to break up with a friend. You shouldn't have to end things with a friend, but you do sometimes, and the narcissist will make sure of it. And yeah, of course they're going to call you cold, though. Of course they're going to tell you that. You have to gray rock, honey. I know that's hard, and I totally get the stalking factor. If I were you, I would change names on social media accounts, or at least on ones that they're connected to. I would block them wherever you can, and I would just steer clear. The best thing you can do is live well. That's the best revenge on any narcissist. All y'all need to hear that. The best thing you can do is be happy, because they will never be happy. They will always keep searching for something that they can never find, and that's their own fault. They choose that. They never think anyone's good enough for them, because they're never going to be good enough for themselves. Because as you may or may not know, most narcissists secretly hate themselves. Yeah, it's true. All right, Star Girl, she says, thank you for the advice on the video issue. He's threatened to send it to my work. I know family and friends would understand. My career would be badly affected. Oh my goodness. That is terrible. Do you have anybody at work, Star Girl, who you could trust to talk to about this? Maybe your HR department? I don't know what your job is. I don't know if you're an anger management coach or something, or you're a therapist or something, but if you're, you're still human. And if he does that, it's not acceptable, but I don't know. I'd need to know more information because I don't know your whole situation. I'm sorry. Brian Silva says, "Salut, hello from Peru. Hey, do I have WhatsApp? Nope. Sorry. Do I speak some kind of woman? Do I speak a lot of Spanish? No. Solamente un poquito. Not enough to actually communicate very well, to be honest with you. Okay." Andrea Schaefer, thank you for you. Thank you, Andrea. She said, "It's taken a year, but I finally healed and I'm healing. I still listen. Anytime I feel those feelings creep back in, I remind myself." Good for you, sweetie. That's exactly what you should do. Yes. Keep your chin up. Stay positive. Keep your vibrations positive. And only vibrate what you want, not what you don't want. Only focus on what you can control, not what you can't, and what you want, not what you don't want. That is like the bottom line key of all of it, in my opinion. Wally, hello Wally, says, "After getting away from narcissistic abuse and understanding it, I no longer defend myself. It is useless. And now I don't feel safe. I can't function." Oh. Okay. Wally, I understand. It's probably useless to defend yourself from the narcissist, but what you can do is block the person and not be around them. They're going to smear campaign, they're going to play games, but they will stop if you stop giving them attention eventually. Brian De Silva, I do not have WhatsApp. Island J, their words make me feel as if I'm the one hurting them, and it makes me so confused. Yeah, sweetie, that's called gaslighting. They do that on purpose. It's deflecting the blame from themselves and turning it around on yourself. Watch some videos. Go search my channel for gaslighting. Check that out. That will be useful to you. Nicola Owen says, I left him as I caught him in a lie. Wah ha ha. It's so funny to say it like that. However, why is he still in my head a year and it's the worst thing? A year on, it's the worst thing. I will not go back. I'm glad you won't go back. He's still in your head. Like I said before earlier in this session, you're addicted to him. And so knowing that, you take steps to let go of the addiction and then you fix the problem. Okay? I've got lots of videos on this. I'm happy to hear you won't go back. I'm very proud of you for that because it's not worth it. And if you caught him in that lie, you will catch him in more lies. That's how narcissists roll. So if you go back, they're going to think, oh, I can keep treating her this way. Yeah. Master Blaster 222, hello, welcome, says, my parents neglected me as a child because they were always high on marijuana. When I turned 23, they participated in a double suicide together and blamed it on the ganja? Make of that what you will. I think they were on more than marijuana, my friend, if they did that, or there was something else going on there. That's terrible. I'm so sorry that you went through that. How are you doing today? Are you better or are you still struggling? Talk to me. I'm so sorry. Connie Hookfin says, good job, Tabby. Yes. Good job, Tabby. We're proud of you. Nita Tim. Nita, don't worry about spelling mistakes, sweetie. I understand. She says, I meet a lot of people on Facebook and I find that most of them are narcissists. Oh, that's too bad. She says, I always ask the question about their previous relationships and why it did not work and whether they think there was anything they could improve or do different. That is smart. I like that, Nita. That's really good. Tabby says thank you, by the way, to Connie. Yes. Nita says, many respond to the question that she asked them on Facebook with anger, aggression, and after it, just disappear. I talked to some people, and they made me doubt myself. And they say, everyone would react like this because this is a sensitive subject. I do not know anymore. I really feel that I recognize the narcissist so well, but now I'm beginning to fear that I may be wrong. What do you think? Perhaps you will give some advice on how narcissists can be identified in an online conversation. Actually, Nita, yes, I will be doing a video on that. Basically, I think you've got the red flags, at least some of them down. The red flags, I think some of them are real obvious depending on the age of the people we're talking to. For example, if you're like me, I'm married, and people send me, pardon me, dick pics. People who know me in real life sometimes. People who know I'm married and know that it's not an option. And I think they're a little bit narcissistic to think that they could send me a picture of their penis and I would be like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm not going to leave my husband and my children and, right, come on. But that's a bad example, but that happens. And so I think unrequested nudity photos would be one sign. I think excessively expecting you to talk to them for more than a few minutes at a time, expecting you to talk to them without, to drop everything you're doing and talk to them, expecting you to respond to them within a certain amount of time, expecting you to share intimate personal details, asking you how you like sex, asking you, if you are in a relationship with someone or they think you are, asking you, are you happy or does he give it to you good or whatever. And then quite honestly, I mean, I think all the questions that would be asked by people like that would be leading questions. I'm going to do a whole video on that. I think it's a great idea. So stay tuned for that. All right. Eileen J, they still call my sister and have long conversations. And I hear about how hard their life is now and feel horrible that I left in their darkest hour. The empath in me wants to apologize. I get it. I do. And if you really need to apologize, by all means apologize. But I'm going to tell you right now, Island J, it's not going to change anything. So if you apologize for saving yourself from this person, then do so in a way that doesn't require you to contact that person, and then just say, I'm sorry if I hurt you, but for my own sake, I need to steer clear for a while and just be on my own. Because I don't really think you want to be involved with that person again if they were really causing you so much trouble that you needed to remove them from your life. I don't think you owe them an apology. I understand the guilt factor. I do. But just trust me. You don't want to get too close again. You have to work through that part. I know it's hard, but yeah. Thank you, Miss Jeanette. I'm glad to see you here, my lovely moderator. I totally missed that one, and I'm probably okay with it because I see a penis in the picture. Thank you. Little Miss says to Nita Tim, I agree. Asking about the previous relationships is an awesome way to figure out if they're toxic people. Absolutely, because you guys know if they won't respond in a positive way, or if they say something like, well, she was crazy or he was nuts and he did this, or there's usually some weird stuff there because, narcissists, everybody the narcissist ever dated was crazy and bitchy and horrible to them, right? They project whatever they do onto you and then some when they're talking about you later. So, yeah. Jennifer Can See Me. Oh, that's an interesting name. Is that your real name? Or is that just, anyway. She says, I moved back home 1 year ago. My ex of 5 years cheated on me and he was a mean drunk after his father died. I'm back home 1 year now and my narcissist parents make me feel worthless and like I'm a loser. That's terrible. Yeah, that's a horrible situation, but here's what I suggest to you. If you're not working yet, start working. Save your money and get the hell out of there. That's what I suggest. Yeah. All right. Quijao Mideros. Am I saying that right? Mideros? Medeiros? I don't know. I'm trying. Is it normal in the beginning to go back and forth between believing someone is actually narcissistic, just seems so evil? How can people be this way? Yeah, that's normal. It is. And you know what else is normal? Going through when sometimes it feels great, everything is wonderful and you're thinking, it wasn't even that serious. I don't know why I thought he was a narcissist, or it wasn't even that serious. I don't know why she, we were just going through a hard time. Everything's fine now. And then, just figuring, okay, I'm going to buckle down and everything's going to be okay. I'm just going to be better and it's going to stay good. And it doesn't. And that's common. Yeah, it sucks, but it's true. It's normal to bounce back and forth in your thoughts. Jessica, yes ma'am, Dating After Narcs videos coming your way. Stay tuned, because I've got hella stuff about that, as we say around here. Eileen J says, I think there are covert narcissists because I'm the only one who could see how negative this person was. For everyone else, they were an angel. Our relationship was extremely codependent. That, my friend, is very common. And I would bet that if that person ended up with a romantic partner as well, outside, I think you told me that you guys were just friends. Then in that case, certainly that person would see it. But yeah, I would bet that if you look real hard, there's somebody in her life who knows who she is besides yourself. But I would think they probably also were out of contact for obvious reasons. Jennifer Can See Me says, I lost my job. Everything had gone downhill. How do you feel safe again meeting people? I lost trust in human beings. Yeah, that's so common. And we're so tired after we go through that. We're exhausted. We're just like, just everybody stay away from me. I know I myself have wanted to just hide, and that's it. And I tell you guys all the time, I still every day have to have at least 1 hour to myself where I'm not talking to anybody, not doing anything. And that's really frustrating for my husband sometimes. But it is what it is. And you know what? If you learn who you are and you learn what you need to be okay, and you give yourself those like provisions in the world, make exceptions for yourself if you need to. You have to treat yourself with as much love as a good mother would treat her child. And a lot of us don't have a lot of reference in that area. So you just have to think about what you could have used, what sort of help you could have used as a small child, or the love you would have liked to have had from your mother as a small child, or the love you give your own children, and you love yourself that hard, okay? It really, really helps. I know losing your job, everything going downhill, it's tough, but how do you feel safe again meeting people? You take your time. You take your time. You don't rush. You take your time. And when you're ready to go beyond friendship with someone, you remember this. No one who is your real live soulmate type person will ever rush you. And if they get excited and they push a little far ahead, if you go, "Ooh, I really like you, but can we just slow down? I'm kind of scared." They'll slow down so fast, your head would spin. Because the one doesn't matter. The one does matter. The one doesn't care about time. The one will wait for you forever if you need them to, okay? So where a narcissist will be like, you know what, I'm not getting what I want from you really quickly, so I'm going to go ahead and cheat on you or go with somebody else and leave you. And that's that's how they suck you in. Don't let that happen. That's, I think, for my, at the beginning of a relationship, if everything seems wonderful, if they're pushing you too far and you say, hey, slow down, somebody who really cares about you will slow down. Somebody who doesn't will push harder. It's a big red flag. Yeah. Hey there, Prakara. She says, greeting from a fellow Pisces. Well, hello. Hello, fellow Pisces. Welcome back. Jennifer says, thank you, Angie. Your channel helps me so much. I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you, Jennifer. I really am. All right. Courtney Monroe says, hi, Angie. Do you have any videos on how to deal with rage and anger after being narcissistically abused? Yes. I struggle with wanting revenge. Yeah. You know what? A lot of us have had feelings like that. What I have learned is that wanting revenge, while it seems like it would be very satisfying, would really just end up, first of all, it kind of poisons you. It poisons your soul, so to speak. It poisons your energy. It makes you feel yucky. It makes stuff suck in your life. Revenge is never as satisfying as you think it will be, because all kinds of other factors are involved, okay? So the best thing you can do, and this is really hard, but yes, I have videos. Go search my channel and take a look. But the best thing that you can do is to really forgive that person. I know they don't deserve it. I know you don't want to go and say, I forgive you. You don't have to. This is what I did. I wrote a letter. I was angry. I was scared. I was upset. I've told this story before. I'm not going to go into the whole story. But I wrote a letter. And in the letter, I said all of the bad words that I needed to say to that person. I said all the things that I hated, all the things I was angry about, all the ways they hurt me. And I did not hold back. I did not pull one single punch. I said all the things as rudely and disrespectfully as I felt like saying them. And then at the end of the letter, I said, okay, now that I've got all that out, I'm going to forgive you, even though you don't deserve it. I'm going to forgive you for me, because it's making me sick. And it was. It was making me unhappy. It was making my life suck, carrying around that anger. So remember this, Courtney, the best thing you can do to get back at a narcissist is to have a better life without them. I promise. Focus on yourself now. Don't focus on him or her. Let go of that person and move forward. I promise. I promise. Little Miss to Jennifer Can See Me says, we must develop boundaries and trust ourselves to protect ourselves. That is so right, Little Miss. Thank you for saying so. That is absolutely true. Giovanna says, do narcissists ever feel regret? Yeah, when they get caught. They regret getting caught. they don't have regret in the same way that normal people do. They will tell you things like, I don't do things I think are wrong. I don't do things that are wrong. I don't, if I say something, that's a fact and that's that. And if you question me, then, yes. SM, hello SM, says, hi Angie, first time here. How's everyone? We are young at heart. That's right. And the younger chick he has is, I'm sure, going to be a handful. Yeah, the younger she is, the more he will have to do for her. Absolutely true. But also, you guys, and this is another, on the flip side of that coin, that girl's in for some bad stuff. She may think she's got everything all made right now. She's got an established man and she blah, blah, blah. But here's a couple things to consider. Number one, anytime you end up with somebody because they cheated on their person to be with you, there's a possibility that they're going to cheat on you. Ding, ding. Also, the girl is young, naive, probably doesn't know as much about being in a relationship, and so as this narcissist, he can mold her better. He can turn her into what he wants better. But ultimately, she's going to be miserable. She's not going to get a better deal than you. She's not. She might get a little bit of attention at first because she's new and shiny, but in a minute, she's not going to be new and shiny, and yeah, she's going to move right on. I promise you that. Yep. Sarah Flara, my narc took $4,000. Don't think he felt regret. Exactly. They don't give a shit. He's like, haha, I got $4,000. That's it. Maggie Carter, hey Maggie, says, oh, okay guys, my battery's getting low and I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to answer a few more and I'm going to wrap right up, okay? Maggie Carter says, my daughter is narcissistic. I'm so sorry. The only reason I keep going back is because she uses my grandsons as pawns. She pushes all away who love her. You know, Maggie, I had a client in the exact same situation, and here's the thing. It sucks. It sucks. But you've got to stop. I know you love your grandsons and you have every right to see them, but if you can't figure out a way to not let her abuse you in that process, you've got to step back. She should not be using them as pawns. And unfortunately, and you probably already know this, you're not probably the only person she's doing that with. So I'm sorry that you're going through that, but I absolutely feel you. And I think maybe take a couple steps back, and if you want to stay connected with your grandsons, maybe you can say, look, I'm going through something right now. I need a little space, but I'd still like to see my grandsons. So if you ever need a babysitter, I'm here. Maybe. I'd have to know more about your situation, Maggie, to understand all the stuff. I know it's hard, honey. I know it is, and it sucks. SM says she will not take it easy or stand back when his mask falls. Nope, that's right. She will not. Yep, that's right. Island J says, I felt like I had to tell him everything. Like I was being deceitful if I didn't tell them where I went. Oh, this is about the friend. If I didn't tell them where I went or did or heard or what I heard, because they'd find out some other way and I would have lied to them. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's really hard. That's how they roll. They want to control everything about you. SM says $4,000. My narc ex took $8,000. Denies he owes me. Of course. Yeah, because again, they don't care if it hurts you. They don't care if you're homeless. As long as they're getting what they want, that's all they care about. Yeah, it's true. Yep. Jennifer Can't See Me says, I know, it's hard. My mother left me at 16. Oh, and I don't have a dad, but my grandma is a miserable woman and never wants my help around the house, but is quick to lie and telling people I never help in the house. Yeah, well, next time she says that, just be like, well, you never ask, or you never let me help. That you can only do what you can do. I would not even continue to... Jennifer, you need to practice gray rock with the family that you're living with at the moment. I suggest you mentally step back from them, and if they expect a reaction from you, don't give them one. So if they expect you to go, oh my God, I help around the house and you never let me help, blah, 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 just be like, okay, well, oh well. I don't know. Don't give them the same reaction. Ignore them when they rip on you or when they tear you apart. Try to walk away or ignore them, or say something to them like, that's very interesting that you say that. Because what you're not denying what they're saying. You're not confirming what they're saying. You're just saying, it's interesting that you say that. People don't know how to deal with that when they're trying to get a reaction out of you. Yeah. Okay. I'm running out of time. I'm going to try to get 2 more questions here. From Coco Dip. Ha! Coco Dip 41. Angie, I Hi, Angie. I still wonder about coping. Wait, I wonder about coping with still understating if there is any compassion for the narcissist because I feel so sorry and my narcissist and we still live together. Okay, I need to know more information. But I do have a video right now. It's out there. It's an old one, but it's about coping with dealing with the narcissist, living with the narcissist. I say you practice a lot of gray rock. You kind of train them. I would need more information, but check out my videos. I have talked about that, how to train a narcissist, and also, to be nice to you in 2 non-toxic repeatable steps, I think it's called, and one of those. And then there's another one about how to deal with living with a narcissist if you must. Yeah. Jessica says to Island J, I understand about covert narcissists. My ex-narcissist was so covert. She was charming and wonderful in public, but in private, she drained me and almost destroyed my soul. Oh, I know. I've been there. 5 years together, no contact was hard. Absolutely. I totally understand. It's a pain. But you know what? When you get there and you get past the hump, over that little hump, and that one day that you go, oh my God, I didn't even think about the narcissist today, you'll know you're there. Okay? Stick with it. It's worth it. I promise you. It's worth it. Okay, Donna Jean says, hi Angie, would you do a video on the decomposition or decompensated narcissist? Yes, stay tuned. Yes. Becky, hi Angie, what is the best way to help my sister whose divorced 10-year marriage was finalized a year ago, but she's still allowing the narc to manipulate her? They are co-parenting. Oh, sweetie, support her, be there for her. If you have advice that you think will help, you can offer it, but don't be upset if she doesn't take it, because it's hard to fully get what she's dealing with. I don't know how old her kids are, but when you're co-parenting, it's very difficult. What she needs to do is she needs to disconnect emotionally from the narcissist and only deal with him in regard to the children, and only on a business level. I'll be here at this time to drop the children off, or, Bobby's teacher said XYZ, and so we're going to do ABC to fix it, or whatever. Keep it straight up business. Keep it calm, cool, collected, like that. Yep. All right. Jennifer Cansimi says, thank you to Little Miss. Frankie Rose, love you, Angie. Great advice. Thanks. So glad to know I'm not alone. Yep, I feel you. SM Tadana, good question. What is the end for narcs is my question. What you mean, when is the end? Okay, guys, I'm about to wrap up and answer this question. Hello, Jamie B. You are gorgeous. Okay, so what is the end for the narcs is my question. The end for the narcissist is when they know they can no longer get any more attention or supply from you. Until then, they will continue to come back in various ways and iterations. They'll continue to keep you in their little circle of supply. So, yes. All right, guys, I'm wrapping up. Thank you so much for being here. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so now. I do this particular thing every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central Time, the live stream. I post every day, and I'm working on getting another live stream in my schedule. So I'd love to see you back for next time. All right? Thanks so much for being a part of my life and a part of my day. Thank you for letting me be a part of yours. I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you very, very soon. Have a wonderful day. Hugs and love.